In this presentation, I will summarize a report we conducted on the situation of waste charges in Spain a few months ago. It was the first time in Spain that municipal waste charges were analyzed. We selected a sample of 125 municipalities and analyzed their fiscal ordinances, both from a qualitative and quantitative point of view. We created several groups of municipalities according to their size, below 1,000 inhabitants and several others. The largest group of municipalities was in the 5th group, with all the provincial capitals included. And it was a partially randomly selected sample, and we think it's quite representative, as more than almost 34% of Spanish population is included in the sample. From there, we defined a standard household and 6 standardized commercial activities, and we analyzed which would be the amount these activities or these households would pay in all the 125 municipalities, and derived several conclusions. First of all, one of the main outcomes of the study is that around 44% of Spanish municipalities just charge flat fees for households. That's the easiest or simplest way one can conceive of a waste charge. In some other cases, charges depend on the location of the household or even on the water consumption. There is a rather limited number of municipalities, less than 5%, which do not have any type of waste charge, and they pay the services from the general budget of the municipality. As for the commercial activities, most common situation is that the charge depends on the type of economic activity, and in some occasions also depends on some indicator of the activity, such as the area or other number of workers or other aspects. We also analyzed the existence of fiscal benefits in the waste charges, and in most cases these fiscal benefits relate to social criteria, particularly low levels of income or situations of unemployment in the families. But for a very limited number of municipalities, there are also some benefits according to environmental criteria, such as the use of the recycling centers or the use of domestic composting. In quantitative terms, our main result is that in average in Spain, households pay 82.2 euros per household per year, but we found that in the case of the group with the largest municipalities, this amount is slightly larger. In particular, we found that for the biggest group of municipalities, the average is 93.9 euros per year per family. There is a huge diversity of situations within the Spanish municipalities, and this slide can illustrate the wide variety of results among municipalities within the same group even. And as you can see, there are charges in the range of 20 euros per year up to more than 200. This could respond to different costs, but also to different levels of cost coverage. In the case of commercial activities, we also conducted the quantitative analysis for the different groups of municipalities according to the size of the municipality, and again we can see that those municipalities of larger size, of larger population, they tend to be they tend to have higher waste charges for commercial activities. That's particularly clear for Group 5, where all the provincial capitals are included. Once again, in the case of commercial activities, we find a huge variety of tariffs among municipalities. ranging from close to 0 up to 5,000, depending on the type of activity, and we think this is hardly justified in terms of costs of the services. Mostly relates to the level of cost coverage that the municipalities decide to charge to the commercial activities. In terms of cost coverage, we also analyzed the database from the Ministry of Finance, and we found that as an average value for Spain, cost coverage is slightly below 60%, but this database has some shortcomings, so we think that we have to be cautious in relation to these results, but it's a first proxy that we can use. Coming to my last slide, one of the main conclusions of the study is that municipal waste charges are very heterogeneous in their design in Spain, with almost as many situations as the number of municipalities. The average level is 82 euros per household per year in 2015, and certainly revenues achieved with this tax do not seemingly cover waste management costs at the local level. Probably the cost coverage is around 60% or not even 60%. On the other hand, we clearly see that the legislation allows for the inclusion of environmental and social criteria in the definition of the waste charges and definition of the tax rates, but this is an option that it's not included, it's not used by the municipalities. So pay-as-you-throw schemes, which are common in other countries, are still very marginal in Spain, with only 8 municipalities applying them, none of them in our sample. So we think that there is plenty of room to improve and to adopt this type of taxes, and we hope that in the years to come we'll see a wider adoption of pay-as-you-throw schemes. Would be definitely a more social, economic and environmental opportunity for municipalities to adopt. Thanks for the attention.